Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Bridge Brawl. So I will record my own thoughts and uh, impressions. You will basically be playing these hands along with me. As soon as I share the screen, and we'll be taken directly to the table. I'm playing tonight with a good player. Whenever I go away from the BBO app, it crashes. That's a known issue with our friend BBO. But at least it's not my turn to bid. Anyway, here we could raise partner. I am a big raiser. I love to raise. So let's do that. The problem is, of course, that we might have a spade fit. But my hand is too weak, I think, to focus on that. If partner has a big hand with spades, he can always bid them. And I think that supporting with support is one of the cornerstones of good defensive bidding. But in this game, there's very few dicta that are infallible. Let's take a look at our opponents. Brad Johnston and Snoo24. Snoo24 it is. Now I'm happy that they are bidding my suit. Happy surprise. I have nothing other to do at this point. Certainly don't want to bid. Partner's Q bid shows a strong hand, but I have a weak hand with values that are not helping him. And so if he can find a bid, he can do it on his own. I'm actually unhappy with the way the auction went because he'll not expect me to have spade values in this auction. So he's probably overboard, and I don't expect us to be able to make this contract as it is right now. Well, the ace of spades helped. And now if the ace of hearts is on side, all he needs is a diamond break. Trumps would probably make with the same diamond break. Best play appears to be to assume that diamond break and use that entry to lead a heart. Right now, he has to discard clubs on the spades. Lead a heart, hope that with diamonds 2-2, he can always get 11 tricks, or with a diamond, singleton diamond queen, if the ace of hearts is on side. The full play would be something like club discard, heart now. He needs to use that entry to play a heart. Let's say somebody wins the ace and leads a club through. Now he'll have to cash his king of diamonds and come back to dummy to discard the club. With a queen of spades. If they duck the heart, you win the king, and then you cash his king of diamonds and try to go back to dummy with the nine of diamonds, whether the diamonds are breaking 2-2 or singleton queen. Then you discard your last club in the spade, last loser in the club suit, the spade, and lead the second heart. And eventually you ruff the fourth heart in dummy. That's not such a bad layout and such an unlikely layout considering the bidding. West, who doubled to diamonds should have both majors. So most likely break at this point would be for East to have 4 spades, 2 hearts, 1 diamond, and 6 clubs. If his diamond is the queen, we are home free. If it is not the queen, even if we finesse in diamonds, we will lose 2 hearts unless his 2 hearts include the jack. So that is an alternative play to leave the diamond to the jack right now. Cash ace king of diamonds and hope for a doubleton jack of hearts in East. Not that unlikely, but and some tough math would probably be required to see which is the best line. But since people, I am assuming 6-4 because his clubs are so bad. If assuming that East's hand is 6-4, since his club suit is so mangy. But if people can bid like that with 5 clubs and 4 spades, and if he has 5 clubs and 4 spades, now the hope for the diamond break is much better because it will win against diamonds too, and the ace of hearts on side. So Ari is going for the second, and that is the losing option here. If there is any winning option, we don't know. Now he will definitely lose 1 heart, maybe 2. Probably 2, given the lack of entries to dummy. So diamond queen was guarded. There was no way to get there, and apparently East's hand is 4-1-3-5. It didn't lead a heart because he would be roughing with a natural trump trick, and he knew that. Once even though he had a singleton heart. Or a void in hearts. That is, I thought that was less likely because I, as West, would never double with 6 hearts and 4 spades. Never ever in my life. But here we are down 2. You lose a heart to go with the other 3 tricks that he has already lost. I would have bid 2 hearts with the West hand. And, oh well, there was no way to make this. No way to escape losing 2 aces in a trump trick. Might have gone down 1 if he had led a heart. But that is probably of minor importance in a imp match. Okay, next hand, we have a balanced minimum opening bid, but they are bidding, so I am quiet. Now I have a huge raise. I need to offer him a Q bid as a raise. I don't know if he thinks that this is diamonds, that is a risk. My own way, my own style here is to, if I have long diamonds, I would bid 1 or trumps first. And I think both 2 diamonds and 2 hearts are Q bids. But 2 hearts, I think, would show more. He has a very bad overcall, and so we stopped well. That 9 of hearts is a very friendly lead, but even so, we have a bunch of losers. Even after the heart lead apparently eliminated all the losers, the secondary losers in hearts, we are still at risk of losing two clubs, a diamond, a heart. And who knows what will happen in spades. What is a witty response here so far? Next time I'll be void. What is the best line here? I would just not finesse in spades here. I would expect a hand with. I would actually inquire whether you lead top of nothing, first of all. But if the lead is from a doubleton, as it appears to be, uh, then I don't think that two doubletons is likely on the East hand. Doubleton heart and doubleton spades. His hand is most likely balanced. And if it is balanced, we should not be finessing in spades because he should have three spades or more. It makes no sense to finesse in spades when East has three. I trust this is kind of apparent, but I can elaborate. Any finesse in spades requires, for it to be winning, requires West to have three or four spades. And if West has three or four spades, then East is quite unbalanced with one or two spades and two hearts only. So this is all predicated on whether they lead hearts from top of nothing, from three little hearts. I would play the king here, and so did Ira. And I guess the queen of spades is offside. Now that king of hearts, I think, was a mistake. I think it would be better for him to just lead a spade. Because if East has the king of clubs and the queen 10 of diamonds, he would be squeezed. But that's for an overtrick. So apparently, East was very unbalanced. He had 6 diamonds. That is another unexpected. I would, once again, the opponents are not bidding in the way that I would expect. I would never, ever, ever. Well, he opened 1 diamond only instead of 2. But I would never, ever, ever pass with 6 diamonds over 1 spade. Okay, now we have 18. This is one of a minor, followed by 2 no trumps. Now, I really dislike the idea of bidding 4 hearts or 2 no trump with this one. I will underbid it a little bit. This should show 16 or 17. I have 18 and 4 aces. But I hate 4-3-3-3. I really despise this. And so we are in the right spot. Even if the lead gave us a trick, or if the lead is from the king, then it gave us a trick for a club discard, but we are still with a lot of problems in hearts and diamonds to approach a slam. Very unlikely that we'll have a slam. We need both a heart finesse and a lucky diamond guess or position, as well as a friendly lead. So that's a very bad slam. If it is indeed a slam hand. So now he'll finesse in hearts. We are hoping that he'll lose. Yeah, good. So now any slam hopes will be dashed. There is, unless there's a like a singleton diamond king or something crazy like that. How I would play here is doesn't really matter where you win, but finish drawing trumps, lead a spade to the queen, and even if West tried a 10 of spades from king 10, which is possible, we are safe. I would like to be on Ira's channel right now to wonder what he's considering. Hmm. He judged that the king of spades was offside, maybe from the pitches. So he's on. He's definitely gonna make. Well, not definitely. He can still lose two tricks in this ending if he says king jack nine diamonds. So he's had a bunch of spades. Okay, that is good. That was a good guess. Uh, and we go to the next board. 12 high card points. Fourth seat. Probably will not have a first round decision here. We have a double, easy double. And nothing. And now our job is done in this auction after this double. But we will lead against a hard contract. Yeah, if he wins the king of spades, it's probably exactly equivalent. It just has to eliminate clubs before. He won't have an exit, but he will lead a low diamond from his end in the end against from his hand towards his hand and has to play the 8 or the 10. Okay, and Ira doesn't have spades, so I will lead a diamond. Well, looking at those spades now, I wish I had led a spade, but if Dummy had a 10 or the jack of spades, I would be really annoyed at my spade lead. But at least the diamond lead uh, was not bad. Now that Ira has shifted to a heart, hearts are a easy game for us to be leading hearts on and on. Nine kings, so Definitely, Ara doesn't have the queen the way I play that, but maybe he does. I don't know. I will continue with diamonds. That doesn't give away anything. He can always finesse diamonds on his own. And even if Ira has the queen, I'm not sure that it would be good for me to duck that so that he can win and play a heart, because to keep my singleton and my club ace as a singleton is not ideal. If the Clara has 2-5, that looks like what he has. He wouldn't have two spades only if he has 2-5, 2-4, because he should have finessed the queen first. So he has three diamonds and one spade only, probably. He has his king of hearts, queen jack of clubs. And now there comes the club ruff. So if he has a spade singleton, as I expect, yeah, so his hand is 1, 5, 3, 4. And he's left with a club loser in his hand. Or actually, he has a diamond loser in his hand. He has only three clubs. Board number 5 is one in which we are passive onlookers in their bidding. We have to be thinking about the lead against a hard contract or a diamond contract. It's clubs in both cases, most likely. Well, now a diamond lead is very attractive, because if the declarer has only one heart, and he typically would have only one heart to pass here, we are hoping that the declarer has one spade and one heart. One heart in dummy, one spade in his hand. That would mean that he would have difficulties establishing any suit. That looks like very likely. Six hearts. And he's playing like a dude with the king of clubs. They are in the wrong contract, obviously. Now Arab probably gave away the game. Nope, he has two clubs. He will not finesse. Oh, he did. Well done. This is cheap in an imp game. So the hand was pretty much as we hoped it would be, and they make four hearts. Unless I lead a diamond. If I lead a club as I was planning to, they would make four hearts. So I'm hopeful. Anyway, now we have a scrawny one heart opening bid, but we're not full versus full. Ideal season for scrawny opening bids. Now we are rejecting any move. If we could bid 2 hearts, we would. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, we have ace, king to lose. But this looks like it unless they can find a club rough. Which is not that simple because they don't know that I have the king of spades. It's very attractive for them to attack spades from either side. So if they do attack spades, I should not let it run to the king. I want to conceal my king for as long as possible. There it is. Now, given that we have to establish our club tricks, we need to stop drawing trumps at this point. So if there is any club rough, we can't avoid losing it. But now we can draw trumps. It was a good hand in that if they persisted with diamonds, they could probably beat me. Definitely beat me. The rough and slough wouldn't be quite useful because, well, I might start with king, queen of hearts instead of king and unload to my ace in that variant. Anyway, that would be complex to analyze. But if I played as I did after a sustained diamond attack, I would not make it. That is sure. That is not a scrawny heart. Opening bid, and I have 6, so I will rebid them. I do believe that most hands, it's hard to be dogmatic and say all hands in bridge, but most hands with 6 card suits that are good enough to open are good enough to rebid if there is no increase in the level, which was the case here. Now that is an interesting double. I don't know what's going on here. I'm really surprised that we would be doubling 2 heart in 3 hearts, but maybe Ira has 3 little hearts or 2 little hearts. Let's see. No. Very intriguing. I don't know what this double is. Can he have 4 hearts? Well, he can, of course. If he has them, what can I do? I will rough one spade and not get over roughed. That's for sure. Looks like down one. Nope. King of diamonds on side is a make. That is a very old double. Now, should I have led a heart to the 9? Probably. But I would have trouble with communications. I was afraid that clubs could be that could be a singleton club, and indeed it was. So I'm not sure. Not sure. That is a king of spades opening lead to me. Unfortunately, our good partner doesn't have Jack fourth or the equivalent. But I will continue the spade attack. It's typically bad strategy in imps to switch suits here and there, unless, of course, partner plays a very discouraging spade. We can see 19 high card points. 7 is a discouraging spade. We play upside down. So there's the 6 and the 3 out. Unless partner has 10, 9, 8, 7. That is the only holding with which the 7 would be encouraging. Don't believe it. So no, spades are off. Anyway, we could see 19 high card points. They play 15, 17, I suppose. So it is time to try something else. Let's try hearts. Even though it's bad strategy to hop from one suit to another, it is also bad strategy to not listen to your partner's signals. And partner should have a few high cards because we can see 19, there's 21 out. Partner should have 4 to 6. So let's insist on hearts. Maybe partner does have King, Jack, 10 of hearts and the Jack of clubs. Declare would be playing in a very strange fashion in this scenario. I wasn't really hopeful that we could defeat this after the dummy came down. And I still think we can't. So partners 4 to 6 high card points are in diamonds. But he could switch to diamonds by himself. Diamonds is the suit in which the honors are badly placed for us. Hearts might be well placed. If partner had King Jack 10, why not? Hope for that. Intriguing that this is taking so long. Even if partner has king queen of diamonds, the declarer can count 3 hearts at least, 2 diamonds, two spades 5, 1 diamond 6, and 2 clubs 8. So he is worried about king queen of diamonds being. He doesn't have the 10. So he should he play a diamond to the ace and jack? That's his worry. Or maybe partner has jack 10 9 of clubs. That's also a possibility, and that declarer has queen 8 third. But if that is the case, did he win the queen of hearts? He would have won the king of hearts of finessing clubs if he was thinking about that. The way this is going, this long thought indicates that the declarer's hand has ace jack of diamonds, queen of clubs 7, ace king of hearts is 14, and that's it. Yeah, he got clubs right. And Ira was angling for a diamond shift, not a heart. If we had led a diamond and he had played a club, he would have 5 hearts, 1 in each suit. We might have defeated that if I had led a diamond, like a peasant. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll publish this as soon as it is rendered. Bye-bye.